when I looked at North America, I began to see what they were what the elders were talking about when they recounted the story of the Turtle Island. This would be North America. There are 13 mountains in North America, and this is where I come from, on top of this mountain. That would be in Quebec. And then you would have the Pennsylvania, New York State mountain. And then you would have Virginia, and then Louisiana. And then you would have Northwest Territory, Ontario, Manitoba, Colorado, New Mexico, and Texas. And then you would have Saskatchewan, Wyoming, Utah, and Arizona. And Grandpa told a part of the story. He says that the turtle was tilted sideways a bit. And this would be the Rockies. So what we see as Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, Long Island, would be the tip of the mountains over here. Baffin Island would be the tip of that. Began to see the turtle here. And the tectonics would follow the marking of the turtle as well. So they had 6 rivers, which is part of the constitution of the Six Nation. The Six Nation meaning the animal nation, the bird nation, the fish nation, the plant nation, and the insect nation, plus the human. That would be the 6. Those are the creatures of North America. So in the 6 rivers, you would have we got to get the blue so we could see the river system. So you would have the St. Lawrence, Mississippi, Colorado, Fraser, Mackenzie, and Churchill. So this would be the arteries, 2 from the neck, 2 from the armpits, and 2 from the back legs. Now what we call Cuba, Dominican Republic, Haiti, and all those islands are the knuckles sticking out of the water. And as my grandfather said, yeah, the turtle is tilted sideways a bit, so it's underneath the water. So this is what I began to see as I studied geography, geology, yeah, how everything is dispersed upon North America. And then when you look at Greenland, you could see the eyes sticking out of the water on one side, and there's a mountain on the other side. I thought I was going crazy at one point. The mountain ranges in Mexico follows the center of the tail. Where they say the meteor fell in the Gulf of Mexico is actually the floor of the ocean, where you see in 3-dimensionally the back leg and the tail and the actual floor of the ocean, which is the same depth on the other side of the turtle's tail. So anyways, this is one continent that we're talking about. And the other continent is that they say they create, the people kill their god and they cut off their head, which would be the time of Ulysses, where he blinds the giant, the Cyclops. That would be our third eye. So I began to look at what the world looked like on the other side. Like they say, the native people pick up the head, and they were supposed to bring it back at one point. So they tied it to the turtle's tail. And this would be the head. This would be the Amazon River, Titicaca Lake that goes down to this side. And you got Chile, with the mountain ranges. And you will, and on the other side you have Kilimanjaro, which would be the elbow. The shoulder would be the European Alps, the Russian Alps, and the Himalayas that starts from Indonesia all the way up to Japan. And you got Australia,
Kitty,
New Zealand, Madagascar, Fiji Islands, Hawaii Islands, and the Canary Islands. And in this story is that we were supposed to bring it back. Native people were supposed to bring it back. The people of the land. The head. So what's happening is that it's sliding over upwards like that. It's like this parcel of land is floating. Just as the turtle, he's sliding over. It's bringing it back. So there's what we call the band. Is that it's like pushing sand, and there's like a platform, and then drop off to the actual floor of the ocean. So you got that on one side, and this side is deep. Now there's two currents in the ocean. One going up north, and the other one going down south, passing by Australia, coming to bounce off South America and back up to hit Asia. And this would be the arteries. And you see the tempo every time there's an hurricane. And the tempo seems to get faster in the last few years, which means it's emptying out. The artery, it's like when you cut off the neck and you got two arteries, and they're pumping blood. And this is what creates the pressure in the ocean. It creates a disturbance in the ocean, which creates a disturbance in the air, which creates the tornado, the hurricane. So one of them goes up and the other one goes down and goes around the world before hitting Asia. As I studied oceanography, the lake is like this. And once you put the head back here, you see this creature. Why the two creatures? They're the two, that's what we call the two grandfathers. They're the longest living creatures that walks on the earth. And they have the memory of the evolution of the earth itself, where they recount the birth of our planet. So as I began to see all of this, it changed my vision. It reinforced my belief upon Mother Earth. Why do we call it Mother Earth?